I'm privileged today to be sitting with my good friend, Dr. Fred Garmon, and we want to talk for a few moments about LeaderLABs. And Fred, I am so excited about what I've been seeing. The Lord has used you in such a great way to connect so many emerging leaders through this tremendous training that comes with LeaderLABs. Just take a couple of minutes and talk about the concept of that.
Well, it really is about preparing leaders for the 21st century, and specifically ministry leaders that are involved in ministry and need what it takes to do ministry where the rubber meets the road, if you will, the real practical and the relevant things that we all need in ministry, but sometimes we don't get. It's kind of like we've all been thrown into the deep end of the pool. And if you learn to swim, you survive, and if you don't, well, there's consequences. And this is the kind of stuff that just meets ministers right where they are. And really, Dr. Hill, because of you and because of the executive committee endorsing what we're doing, it is exceeding my wildest expectations.
Well, it's catching fire, and I guess hundreds now have been trained through LeaderLABs. Specifically, the executive committee has a vision to identify younger leaders, to help them emerge into what God has called them to be. But with that, we want to empower them, we want to engage them. And most recently, we've been talking about the Jeremiah generation.
Right.
And connected to that, you have brought to us a concept that we're going to call the Jeremiah 29 LeaderLABs. Can you talk specifically about that?
You're exactly right. With your and the executive committee's dream of touching our younger emerging leaders, I believe it's just right on, because we sometimes wait until they're in their 40s and 50s and 60s. But your dream and the committee's dream is to catch them early, where we can help them and prevent them from having to struggle in the deep end of the pool.
You know, Fred, one thing that I've heard over and over again, some of these leaders say that have been through this is, where has this been? Where has this information been for all of these years?
Well, and you're exactly right, because it comes out of my experience of more than 2.5 decades of being a Church of God pastor, and then the experience of all the academic training in leadership, and the experience of with People for Care and Learning in Southeast Asia of international leadership, and saying to myself, what do I need?
Right.
We do not compete with our theological development. Theological development in the Church of God, we're A+.
Right.
But there are supplemental needs for the 21st century leader, and that's why we've come up with the LeaderLAB's 10 Essential Skills of Executive Leadership, and it is meeting a niche.
Yes, it is. You know, we've done these sessions here for our staff. Now you're taking them to various regions and states. But let's talk about how we're going to focus on this Jeremiah 29 group. And what does it mean for them to come, and how can they be a part of that?
Well, you're exactly right. Right after the General Assembly in September, and the way we do this, because it's 8 full days, we now know that leadership development is more of a process than an event.
Okay.
We don't need another Band-Aid. We really need a buffet of leadership options that a leader can have in their leadership toolbox that is relevant and applicable from day to day. And so with your vision, the committee's vision to touch this, we're going to focus on truly Jeremiah 29 emerging leaders. We're going to target those leaders that are 29 years and younger.
Okay.
But, 30, 35, 40-year-olds, we're going to take a look at them too. It's going to be those leaders, those emerging leaders who say, I believe I can learn something from the 10 essential skills, but also from leaders like you, from other executive committee members. Being here in Cleveland, we can draw upon and bring in leaders from different departments, and they can share. Leadership can be learned. And you know that. We can pour into these leaders, and we can help them do preventative maintenance. And in fact, what it's going to do, it's going to help the Church of God, because we're going to grow them from the ground up.
I love
MIP,
that.
we have over 100 MIP emerging leaders right now under 29. We invite you to be a part in September of Jeremiah 29 Institute. We've got youth directors. We've got great youth pastors across this church.
Right.
Our youth department is going to be partnering with us on this. And so we need to really focus on these people. And here's the cool thing about this. This institute's our Cadillac Institute that we do right here in this state-of-the-art communication leadership building. And it's typically $3,000.
Okay.
But the executive committee has made it possible. We've cut that down below 50%. Instead of $3,000, now it's $1,350 spread out over those 4 months.
All
2
right.
days a month for 4 months.
So if I'm sitting out there watching this right now, and you've got to use your imagination because I haven't been 29 in 30 years. But if I was 29 years old, I just heard you say that. What do I need to do and what do I need to be prepared to do when I come?
First of all, you need to let us know that you're interested, and we will send you that letter of invitation that gives you all the information. Write me at fred@leaderlabs.com, fred@leaderlabs.com, that's email, and then go to our website if you want to at leaderlabs.com and register and let us know that you're interested in this. Pay the deposit, and you'll get hopefully one of those 40 spots. 40 spots goes quick.
Yeah, they do.
This will be our third partnership.
Yep.
And they fill up fast. And so this time we're really wanting to concentrate on that younger group. It's going to be fascinating, awesome to have that younger group in
And
this room.
normally somebody just walking in would have to pay $3,000 for this.
Yes, sir. Many cohorts have.
But because of sponsorships, because of scholarships, you've been able to cut that down by how much?
Oh, we've cut it by $1,650.
Wow.
So it is now $1,350. Pay your deposit, 4 payments, September, October, November, December, and spread out like that, man, anyone can do this.
Well, and Fred, I slip in on just about all of these meetings, and they're just high energy, full of great information, great fellowship, great food.
That's right.
And the day really goes by fast. And I really want to appeal to those of you that are 29 and under. I want you to be a part of this. We're not going to exclude anybody, but I really want to focus in on that Jeremiah 29 age group and let you know the Church of God needs you. I want you as part of this, and looking forward to your participation in it as well. Fred, anything else we want to touch on before we go?
We're just very excited. We'd love to hear from you. If you're interested, contact me, fred@leaderlabs.com, and we'll get right back to you. We're excited about the future of training emerging leaders. It's our special forces.
Yeah.
Really in the Church of God,
Absolutely.
and we want you to know we need you.
Yes, we do.
You're important to us.
Be a part of it.